Listen. If it ever felt like the world around you is smiling, nodding, telling you everything's fine while quietly locking you down, you're not alone. That feeling, that nagging itch under your skin, the one that wakes you up in the dead of the night, is the quiet scream of a caged spirit. It's the sharp edge of a truth everyone ignores. Freedom, the kind of freedom worth living and dying for, has been slipping through our fingers while the world sells us lies. This isn't about some vague ideal or political slogan. It's about what you feel right now, trapped by invisible rules, caged by systems that claim to serve you, but only demand your obedience and silence. Think about it. How often have you felt like you're living a life that's been handed to you, designed by someone else, stitched together by customs and expectations that don't quite fit? It's exhausting, isn't it? The constant dance of politeness, the endless boxes to tick, the invisible chains disguised as comfort. The shocking truth is, we've been told we're free, but what we have is a polished cage. The world whispers promises of equality, but rewards the average, the safe, the don't rock the boat type. It tells you to find comfort and security, but what it really wants is for you to stop digging, stop asking, stop becoming. It masks control as freedom and convenience as liberation. This isn't a conspiracy, it's a surrendered mind. And yet, here's the crazy, wild part. Freedom is making a comeback. Not the watered-down freedom of consumer choice or hollow rhetoric, but a raw, blazing, no-compromise kind of freedom that shakes foundations and forces a reckoning. Imagine a world where the individual is not a cog, but the creator, the one who holds the pen to their own story, no matter how uncomfortable it gets. Stop for a second and look at yourself. Who are you beneath all the roles, titles, and expectations? The answer might be buried under years of being processed, packaged, and normalized by a world designed to value conformity above all. But that hidden you, radical, restless, untamed, is still there, waiting. Here's what the world doesn't want you to know. Progress, true progress, never comes from the center. It comes from the edges, from those who refuse to settle, who burn brighter because they won't be bent, broken, or silenced. These people are not the majority because most have been conditioned to love comfort and reject discomforted growth. But it's those few, the founders, the investors, the leaders who see beyond the now, who hold the spark that can ignite new realities. What if this itch, this restlessness inside, isn't a curse, but a call? A call to unlearn everything you thought was true, to question every rule handed down to you, every system that claims to be your home, but is really just a cage. It's the beginning of freedom's comeback, a reclamation of the power that lies dormant in the individual who dares to be sovereign. But freedom isn't easy. It doesn't come wrapped in warm blankets or smooth speeches. It comes in fire and chaos. It demands you question everything, your assumptions, your alliances, even your own limitations. Because true freedom isn't about throwing off one chain just to put on another. It's about transformation from the inside out. The problem is, the world today offers no infrastructure for the rare, the radical, the unrealized. The exceptional are scattered, misunderstood, isolated. The system processes most people into mediocrity and promotes sameness. It celebrates noise, but silences essence. It builds walls around brilliance. This is where the comeback starts, not by following the crowd, but by stepping away from comfort and into discomfort. It means forming alliances not based on convenience or similarity, but on who burns with the same fire. It means finding that network, that tribe, where your misaligned brilliance can become aligned power. A place where difference isn't a flaw, but a catalyst. If you're watching this, it's no accident. The feeling inside, that sense of being meant for more, meant for a reality unshackled by the lies of the system, is the first step toward liberation. This is not a step for the faint-hearted. It's not for those content to be averaged down or those who fear standing alone. It's for those ready to make lonely nights of doubt their proving ground. Those who dare to look at the chaos inside and decide to embody freedom no matter the cost. Freedom demands patience, but also fierce, ruthless action. It's a balance of patience for the long game and impatience with false narratives. It means realizing your will, yes, your will, is the weapon that can cut through illusions. It means being selective about your alliances and relentless in your pursuit of truth. The world's current story ends with systems controlling people. But what if the comeback of freedom means a new story? One written by those who refuse to serve flags, parties, or systems. A story where individuality is celebrated, where real connection doesn't erase difference but fixes it. Imagine a network so strong it cannot be shut down by those invested in the status quo. A network where investors, founders, builders, and visionaries don't just exist, they thrive, amplify, and reshape reality. This is not fantasy. This is happening. The comeback of freedom is driven by those who refuse to be silent, by those drawn together not by borders or titles, but by the fire within. The fire that says, I will not live a borrowed life. I will not be processed. I will be sovereign. So, how do you claim this freedom? First, stop taking the world's promises at face value. Question everything. Stop chasing belonging in places that demand your silence. Align instead with the few who burn as you do. Learn to wield your own will as a weapon to cut away lies. Transform your reality by shedding layers of conditioning like dead skin. Build patience, because breakthroughs rarely happen overnight. But when they do, they reshape everything. Understand that true freedom is not easier life. It's a life that's yours. A life where you build your own infrastructure, where you create networks, connections, and meaning that no system can co-opt. This freedom is raw and bloody, but it is the only kind worth fighting for. The system has forgotten the exceptional. You must remember. You must find each other. You must become the movement where the rare gather, where the noise dies and essence rises. Because in your hands lies the power to unleash not just yourself, but those who will follow and reshape the future. If right now you feel a quiet storm inside, a tension so unbearable it won't let you sleep, don't ignore it. That tension is the rebel's call, the awakening of freedom's comeback. It's an invitation to rise above the lies, transcend the boundaries imposed by others, and claim your place as a sovereign individual. This path isn't for everyone. It's not for the comfortable or the complainers. It's for the few who dare to look at their chains and choose fire over safety, transformation over stagnation, sovereignty over submission. If this strikes a chord inside, if you feel the pull toward something beyond, this is your moment. Your invitation to step out from a world of illusions and into a reality you make. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now. Because freedom doesn't wait. It doesn't negotiate. It makes a comeback by those who refuse to be less than themselves. And you are part of that comeback.